The last stand. The vastness of space. Stars glitter like diamonds against the black void. Suddenly, a massive alien fleet emerges from hyperspace, hundreds of sleek, crystalline ships that dwarf anything humanity has ever built. Int. Galactic Council Chamber, Day. A grand amphitheater filled with representatives from dozens of alien species. The architecture is impossibly beautiful, with floating platforms and holographic displays. At the center, Ambassador ZTHKR, a tall, elegant being with 4 arms and crystalline skin, addresses the assembly. ZTHKR. In melodious, synthesized voice. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we face an unprecedented threat. The Devourers have consumed 17 systems in the past cycle. Their hunger knows no bounds. Murmurs ripple through the assembly. Commander Thrix, a heavily armored reptilian being, stands. Thrix. Deep, gravelly voice. Our combined fleets number in the thousands. Surely we can. ZTHKR. Interrupting. The Zephyrians had 2,000 ships. The Crystalline Empire, 3,000. All consumed. All gone. The chamber falls silent. A small holographic display shows a human figure, Captain Sarah Chen, mid-40s, weathered but determined. ZTHKR, Siontid. There is one more option. The humans have requested an audience. Derisive laughter echoes through the chamber. Thrix. The humans? They've barely left their own star system. What could they possibly offer? Cut to. Int. Human transport ship, continuous. Captain Sarah Chen adjusts her simple military uniform as she reviews her notes. Beside her, Lieutenant James Murphy, young and nervous, fidgets with a small device. Murphy. Captain, are you sure about this? They're talking about enemies that destroyed civilizations millions of years older than ours. Chen. Calm, assured. Murphy, do you know what humans are really good at? Murphy. Ma'am. Chen. Making impossible things possible. Usually when we're pissed off enough. Cut to. Int. Galactic Council Chamber, continuous. Chen's transport materializes on the speaking platform. She steps out, looking small and fragile compared to the towering aliens around her. ZTHKR. Human Captain Chen, you have 2 of your minutes to present your proposal. Chen. Stepping forward confidently. Honored council members, I understand your skepticism. Humanity is young, our technology primitive by your standards. But we have something you've forgotten. Thrix. Snorting. And what might that be? Chen. We remember what it's like to be prey. The chamber grows quiet, interested despite themselves. Chen, Siontid. For millions of years, humans were hunted by creatures stronger, faster, and better armed than us. Saber-toothed tigers, cave bears, each other. You know what we did? We got creative. She gestures, and Murphy activates a holographic display showing primitive humans. Chen, Siontid. We couldn't outrun the mammoth, so we dug pits. We couldn't outfight the lion, so we made spears. We couldn't outswim the shark, so we built boats. And when none of that worked, we got angry. ZTHKR. Captain, with respect, the Devourers are not primitive beasts. Chen. Interrupting. No, they're worse. They're bullies. And there's nothing humans hate more than a bully. Cut to. EXT, space, the Devourer fleet. Massive, organic-looking ships drift through space like enormous jellyfish. They pulse with sickly bioluminescence. At their center, the Hive Mother, a ship the size of a moon. Int. Hive Mother, throne chamber. The Devourer Queen, an insectoid creature of terrifying beauty, sits on a throne made of crystallized biomatter. Smaller devourers scuttle around her. Devourer Queen. Telepathic voice, echoing. The council species flee before us, as is natural. But these, humans, they come toward our fleet. Curious. Devourer Lieutenant. Shall we consume them quickly, my queen? Devourer Queen. Amused. Let us see what manner of courage these small creatures possess. It will make their fear all the sweeter. Cut to. Int. Human command ship, bridge. Chen stands at the center of a cramped, functional bridge. Unlike the elegant alien ships, this one is all business, exposed cables, jury-rigged modifications, coffee stains on the consoles. Chen. Into comm system. All ships, this is Chen. Remember, we're not trying to win a fair fight. Fair fights are for people who have better options. Communications Officer. Captain, incoming transmission from the Devourer flagship. Chen. Put it through. The view screen flickers, showing the imposing figure of the Devourer Queen. Devourer Queen. Little mammals, you amuse us. Your ships are crude, your weapons primitive. Why do you not flee like the others? Chen. Slight smile. Because someone has to make you stop. Might as well be us. Devourer Queen. Laughing. Such bravado. We have consumed entire galaxies. What can you possibly do to harm us? Chen. Well, Your Majesty, that's where you made your first mistake. Devourer Queen. Intrigued. Oh. Chen. You told us exactly how you hunt. Chen nods to Murphy, who begins inputting commands. Chen, so indeed. See, humans have been dealing with swarm predators for thousands of years. Locusts, army ants, viral infections. We learned that sometimes, you don't fight the swarm. You fight the thing controlling it. The Queen's expression shifts to concern. Chen, so indeed. Murphy, light it up. Cut to. EXT, space, the battle. The human fleet, tiny compared to the Devourer armada, suddenly changes formation. Instead of engaging the outer ships, they punch directly toward the center, toward the hive mother. Devourer Queen, VO. Increasingly frantic. Stop them. Protect the hive mother. But the human ships move in unpredictable patterns, not the elegant formations of advanced civilizations, but the chaotic, desperate tactics of a species that learned warfare in back alleys and trenches. Int. Human command ship, bridge. Explosions rock the ship. Sparks fly from damaged consoles. Murphy. Shouting over alarms. Captain. We've lost shields. Hull breaches on decks 3 through 7. Chen. Calmly. Murphy, are we still breathing? Murphy. Yes, ma'am. Chen. Then we're still fighting. All ships, execute Operation Pandora. Cut to. EXT, space, continuous. The surviving human ships suddenly break apart, but instead of being destroyed, they're separating into smaller components. What appeared to be 20 ships becomes hundreds of small attack craft, like a Russian nesting doll in reverse. Int. Hive Mother, Throne Chamber. Alarms blare throughout the organic ship. The Queen rises from her throne, genuine fear in her eyes. Devourer Queen. How is this possible? Their ships were already so small. Devourer Lieutenant. My Queen, they're inside our outer defensive perimeter. Cut to. Int. Human attack craft, continuous. Chen pilots a tiny fighter, barely large enough for one person. She weaves between the massive Devourer ships with reckless precision. Chen. Into comm. All craft, remember, we're not trying to destroy them. We're trying to give them indigestion. Cut to EXT space, the Hive Mother. Dozens of human attack craft swarm around the massive ship like antibodies attacking a virus. But instead of firing weapons, they're attaching small devices to the hull. Int. Hive Mother, Throne Chamber. Devourer Queen. What are those devices? What are they doing? Devourer Lieutenant. Unknown, my queen. They appear to be broadcasting something. Suddenly, the ship lurches. The organic walls begin to ripple and change color. Devourer Queen. Realization dawning. No. They couldn't have. Cut to Int. Human attack craft, continuous. Chen. Grinning. Murphy, please tell me our computer virus is as nasty as advertised. Murphy, VO. Overcome, excited. Captain, it's beautiful. We're not just disrupting their bioneural networks, we're teaching them to think like humans. Cut to EXT space, the Hive teacher. The massive ship convulses. Its bioluminescent patterns shift from coordinated pulses to chaotic, conflicting signals. Int. Hive Mother, Throne Chamber. The Queen staggers as her connection to the hive mind becomes static and confusion. Devourer Queen. Telepathic voice breaking. What have you done to us? Chen, VO. Over ship's comm system. We gave you the one thing no hive mind can handle, Your Majesty. Individual thought. Free will. The ability to question orders. Throughout the ship, individual devourers stop moving in perfect synchronization. Some look around in confusion. Others begin to question why they're fighting. Chen, VO. So indeed. Congratulations. You're about to experience your first civil war. Cut to EXT space, the Devourer fleet. The entire fleet begins to break apart as individual ships start moving independently. Some continue attacking, others stop, still others turn on their former allies. Int. Galactic Council Chamber, Day. The council members watch in stunned silence as their displays show the Devourer fleet destroying itself from within. Thrix. Whispered all. Impossible. ZTHKR. How did they know this would work? Cut to Int. Human command ship, bridge. Chen's battered ship limps back toward the council station. Half the bridge is destroyed, but the crew is grinning. Murphy. Captain, how did you know a computer virus would work on a biological hive mind? Chen. Wearily. Murphy, humans have been dealing with hive minds for centuries. Totalitarian governments, religious cults, corporate groupthink. We learned long ago that the best way to break a hive mind isn't to attack it from the outside. Murphy. Ma'am. Chen. You teach it to doubt itself. Cut to Int. Galactic Council Chamber, later. Chen stands before the assembled council, her uniform torn and bandaged, but her spine straight. ZTHKR. Captain Chen, the council owes humanity a debt that cannot be repaid. But I must ask, how did you know this strategy would succeed? Chen. Ambassador, every species in this council achieved peace and prosperity by eliminating conflict from your societies. You forgot how to fight dirty, how to think like predators, how to be, well, human. She looks around the chamber. Chen, so indeed. We never forgot. We carry our violence with us, our chaos, our stubborn refusal to do what we're told. Most of the time, that makes us difficult neighbors. But sometimes the galaxy needs difficult neighbors. Thrix. And if the Devourers return? Chen. Grim smile. Then they'll find humans are even more creative the second time around. We're very good at holding grudges. Cut to EXT space, establishing shot. The Devourer fleet, now scattered and fighting amongst itself, drifts away into deep space. In the foreground, the small human fleet heads back toward Earth. Chen, VO. Personal log, Captain Sarah Chen. Mission accomplished. The Devourers have been neutralized, not through superior firepower or advanced technology, but through the one advantage humanity has always possessed. Cut to INT. Human transport ship, Chen's quarters. Chen sits at a small desk, recording her log. Through the porthole, Earth is visible in the distance. Continuing. We're too stubborn to know when we're beaten, too creative to fight fair, and too human to give up. The galaxy might not always like us for it. She looks out at the stars. But they'll always need